This is Five Dive. Today we have Matthew Zammit. He is the founder of Know Your Social. He's also the product manager at Vodafone. Welcome, Matthew.
Hey.
How about you take it forward, introduce yourself, and then we'll dive right in.
Yeah, so I'm Matthew Zammit. As I said, I'm the founder of Know Your Social, where I help businesses clarify their message. And in my full time, I work at Vodafone. I take care of the digital strategy, and I manage the digital customer experience there. So
Awesome.
if you want, can go into more detail later. So.
Great. Today we're talking about clarifying your message. You've got a tool that you've created. I'd love to hear about it. The audience would like to hear about it. How about you take it away? What is clarifying your message to businesses?
Yeah, so it's very simple. It's thinking about what your audience wants to know. So where are your audience at? Where you want to take it. So I have this. It's not really mine, but I just developed it a bit more. It's a 3-step process. It's asking 3 questions whenever you're trying to either build an email or build a speech or write a keynote, whatever. It's just going through a 3-step process. Is asking, what do I want my audience to know after they read this? So it's 1. 2 is, how do I want my audience to feel? So what's the feeling I want to get through this? And 3 is, what do I want my audience to do once they read this? So if we take an example of an email, so the first step is, what do I want to tell you? What do I want to know once you've read this? So what's the one thing, what's the one top priority which I want you to get out of this email? That's just it, very simple, one thing. Don't focus on more than one thing. Second is, how do I want you to feel? So once you've read this, what's the feeling I want to give? Is it a feeling that everything is in control? Is the feeling that I know my stuff? Is the feeling that, okay, go ahead, I know that you're the right person to do this? So what's the feeling which I want you to feel? And third is always the call to action. So what I want you to do once you've read this. There's no point in just sending an email just for information. There's always a follow-up. What's the call to action, even in a speech? So what's the call to action? So there's a very simple 3-step process. What do I want my audience to know? How do I want my audience to feel? And what do I want my audience to do next?
Awesome. Is there maybe an example you can walk us through? Like it could be a theoretical example. It could be one that of a business or startup you've worked with in the past.
Let's see. Most of the things are confidential, of course. So
let's make a theoretical one.
Let's come up with a business idea and let's build it together. So or an email or something.
Awesome. How about we have a very simple like food delivery app?
Yeah. Okay. So the messaging can be very simple. The problem I'm trying to solve is, and always thinking about problems. So the problem I'm trying to solve is that I'm at work and I don't have any lunch, and the coffee shop downstairs, I've ate everything at the coffee shop downstairs. So I need something new. So then let's go through something else before, and then we'll focus on the 3 steps. So it's, the problem is that. The second step is, what's my product? So my product is the food delivery. I come with my truck to your office and I give you fresh food every day with a new menu every week. So that's my product. And why do I do it? What's the resolution? It's so that you can have fresh lunches every day. You can continue working and not thinking about your lunch. You can just have fun with your friends during lunch. So it's, what's the problem, what's the product, and what's the resolution? And based on that, then we build the framework. So what do I want you to know? I want you to know that I'm your trusted guy to get you food every day, fresh food, which is homemade. Again, you can build as much as you want.
Right.
What do you want to feel? I want to feel happy that there's this guy downstairs that I'm bringing you food with genuine food, really authentic food, and there's something new every day. So what does it feel? That's the feeling of fun. It's the feeling of we're cool that we're doing trying this new thing. And what do you want to do? Just come downstairs and buy from our truck. It's very simple.
Right.
And then it's the thing with copywriting is just building that and continuing to expand on that. But the basic layers is there already.
Awesome. I guess in terms of like going through this process, what are some common mistakes you see businesses make? Where are some common areas of improvement in their messaging and their process?
The most common is that we focus too much on ourselves. So I founded my company in 2007, and since then I've had 3,000 customers. So and I'm saying in the stock is that's the tone I get whenever I read this stuff about it. No one cares about you. So that's my number one rule. No one cares about you. So I don't know where I've read this, but it's so there's a saying which is the most common and the most listened to radio station is WII.FM. It's
Okay.
what's in it for me. WII.
Nice.
So everyone's thinking about what's in it for them. So
Right.
what's in it for me through your product? So why are you doing this? So what can I get out of this? And you need to grab that in the first few seconds when someone is on your website and someone's reading your email, or someone is hearing you speak and during a keynote or during a presentation. So what's in it for me?
Awesome. Matthew, thanks so much. It was a pleasure having you today.
Cheers.